Out on a 5-0 vote feels pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie. They all saw me for what I was, which was a threat, and that's awesome. That's what I wanted to be in this game. I wanted to win, obviously, but coming in and making a statement and making my mark feels really, really good. Also,
Oh yeah.
in a dastardly little move of connivery by your boy, set Louis up with the green thumb for the next round. So guess what? My boy gets power going into it. And I love that. I love that a lot. Because I might be out, but I'm never really gone. I'm still there, floating. And I'm staying there. Yeah, nice. We're in the jury house, dude. This is the jury house now. Looks good.
You're so funny because to me, you're like, oh, it's unanimous, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And then last night I was like, it was a close vote, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather have it be, I want it to be close, or I just want it to be like,
A blowout.
blowing out of the water, dude. That's all I'm looking for.
6-2.
Yeah, no, never. Because then you're just like, you got those two people that are really riding with you, and it's like, you guys should have just dipped.
Yeah.
Just get off this train, man. You don't want no part of this. But yeah, no, it's gas now. We get to watch.
So talking about the round,
Oh, so we did.
Aaron won and JP won.
Aaron and JP won. Aaron put me up.
Okay.
JP put Louis up.
Okay. And y'all were I guess, a
We,
record.
yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
Also, he was the secret HOH, right?
No, Cody.
No, Cody wasn't it.
He told you he wasn't?
Yeah.
Oh.
Alrighty, folks, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes and Big Mistakes. Today we are joined with Connor. Connor, please let us know what just happened. Let us know where your head's at.
As I was doing confessionals, through this round, I knew that this was going to happen, so I was in, first I was in full-blown, let me see if I can get the votes. That wasn't going to happen. That just wasn't going to happen. The flip wasn't going to work the way I needed the flip to work. Just at this point, I feel like I played a really good game, and that, I knew that I was getting shielded out a little bit, and then at some point my time would come. I thought it would be later, though. I think there's other people that they could have got rid of right now that would have made a little bit more sense. But I will say this. The seed that she gave me, I gave to Louis so that he could... Aaron, when she nominated me. Yeah. I gave that to Louis so he could buy the green thumb.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What was that thought? Just if I'm going out, might as well reset or
Well, now there's 3 people that aren't able to get immunity that actively have an alliance together that he can now be in control of the decision of who goes.
And you know what? Name those 3 people.
Yeah.
It's I believe it's Courtney, Aaron, and Dylan. I think. I could be super off on that. It's either Courtney, Aaron, Dylan, or Courtney, Aaron, and JP.
Okay.
But I know Aaron and JP had to kind of be in on each other's plans as what they were nominating. I don't think JP's whole "you said that you had 3 but you really have 2" thing is a strong enough argument at this point in the game to be like, I'm going to nominate you and not give you anything.
Right.
That's mad harsh.
Mm-hmm.
So
to be honest, as someone who was watching that go down, I did find that weird that the reason for nominating was because they lied about a seed count. Sometimes you just sometimes you just don't know what's in your cup.
Right.
So do you think that was BS? Yeah, you think it was BS?
I do. Yeah, and I think that they it was pretty obvious that Lou and I were working together. We did it in a way where we would spread out. We never tried to be in the same place at the same time, but we would be checking in with each other and everything. So I think it would have just. For JP, just from that argument standpoint of if he makes it to the finals and has to explain that point, if he would have just said it makes sense to put the 2 people aligned together up there to break that alliance and also maybe flush out any seeds the other one would have, bada bing, bada boom. But he didn't do that, and then when I was talking to Louis, I was like, dude, I'm going to go home so we can either uproot you and try to put somebody else in that's going to, that would get voted out other than me. Not going to happen. Dude, you could have brought in, a wicked person and replaced them with Louis. I'm going home.
Yeah.
I'm going home here. They were getting rid of me. I was out.
Speaking of, I want to talk real quickly about the target that had been on your back since, I think, the second round.
Yeah.
What was it the second round? You had stepped into power. What happened that round?
Oh, so I told Seth that I wouldn't vote for him. I wouldn't nominate him, and then
Right.
That is where it all
Right.
started.
Yeah.
And you know, for a lot of people, you slip up once, and that can be your game. I mean, for some people, you slip up once, and it's Daniel's game that you ruined as well. So, were you nervous at that point when you made the choice to nominate Seth, or did you just think, you know what, this is a plot point?
That was a straight up panic mode.
Mm.
That was a panic decision.
Yeah.
I just didn't. I felt more comfortable with everybody else outside of Seth, so I was like, all right, cool, Seth. When I did it though, he was like, oh, for real? And then I was like, yeah, no, I did tell you this, but like, dude, I lied to pretty much everybody.
And I like
Period. Period.
I lied to everybody, dude.
Yeah.
You know, like the one vote on Courtney, that was me.
Yep.
And I did that in case fucking Cody survived, and I could say, hey man, I didn't vote for you there.
I love that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I was just thinking moves ahead, and that's fun. I've never played like this before. I've always
Yeah.
played like very honestly.
Mhm.
This is so much easier and more fun.
It is. It
Yeah.
can be really fun
whenever
to
you're
be
just
the messy
being
one.
sneaky.
Yeah.
But I do want to address the elephant in the room. So, you know, you have someone very special in your life who's playing in the game.
Yeah, dude.
So why would you not give them a seed instead of, I think you said that you gave it to
To Louis,
Louis.
we're not aligned in the way that Louis and I are aligned, and that's something.
Yeah.
Just side note, her and I love doing this, and
Uh-huh.
and there's opportunities that we get together. We never go into it planning to work together. If
Yeah.
it happens organically, and if one of us has to boot the other one, it's A-okay.
Mhm.
We come in individual people. Like I'm
Mhm.
saying, changing phone backgrounds and shit. Like
I love
we
that.
Yes, it
we
has
don't
you
interact
should.
like that. So
As you
like,
should.
I think that it does suck because there's a part of me that's like that feels unfair, and people would think that that's unfair. But I'm also like, we love doing this thing, and like I'm gone, she's still in, you know what I mean? And
Right.
the only thing that's happened is she's extorted me for 2 seats so that I didn't go home.
Which we love that.
Yeah, you know
And
what I'm
we've
saying?
seen done before with couples who have played in the game. Brody and Claire, y'all should take notes if you ever play again on how these two did it, Mackenzie and Connor, because that's how you do it.
You gotta keep it inconspicuous enough so that people don't think you're gonna go in with an inherent duo. And then if it works out that like people start working together,
Mhm.
that's awesome. Like I know Louis and Mackenzie naturally formed an alliance
Yeah.
behind my back.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
funny.
That's so funny.
It's so funny. So I told her, like, when I was going home, I was like, look, I've been working with Louis the whole time. Like, he's good, dude. Like, you can trust that guy. You can trust that guy 100%. So I think she's going to be down to, like, work with him. I hope that she does. Because I think that, like, if Louis does the green thumb play in a correct way and not just a panic way to stay in one more round,
Yeah.
he can take a lot of control of the
Set
game,
himself up for
which
it.
is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I do think it's funny, just from a production standpoint, I actually had no idea that y'all were a couple until middle of the game.
Really?
Yes, and so how do you think that, because I remember there was talks about, like, y'all were, like, being, like, kind of touchy-feely a little bit, like, on
I heard
accident.
there's a foot grab.
There's a foot grab.
That's so funny.
Yes. How do you think things like that might have impacted your game, or how do you think maybe your relationship with her
Or
may have
did-
impacted your game?
Did anyone clock it? Did anyone
did
know?
anyone
I
clock
don't,
it?
I don't think so. That was
Fierce.
Yeah.
that was like the well, and so we played together in Columbus too, and Matt
Okay.
was the cameraman there.
Uh-huh.
And right when I got voted out, Matt came out and he goes, "Dude, I can't believe how good you guys are at getting away with that."
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I know, it was
It's
really
really
good.
crazy.
It was
The only
really
time
good.
I fucked up was after we went to dinner and I drank 2 beers. And I came back and her, and Louie were talking up here, and like she said something, and I like put my hand on her foot, like that's funny as fuck. And then I like realized I did it, and I was like, "Yo, I'm so sorry, I just touched your foot." so like it's shit like that, but normally like it's easy because like with you play Survivor, you end up on a different tribe, it doesn't fucking matter anyways.
Right.
With this, it's cool because like. We both like social games. I mean, you get to see how the other one does
Yeah.
their fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives you another appreciation for that
Yeah,
person.
exactly. Yeah.
Well, the show is called Hot Takes, Big Mistakes, and we want to get into some of our hot takes.
Oh, yeah.
First one, give it to us as spicy as you'd like. Who is the biggest snake left in the game?
Left in the game right now.
Mhm.
Maybe who's a backstabber, you know.
It's been
Dylan.
nasty.
Yes.
Ooh, it's Dylan.
Okay, and why?
Dylan.
And why?
It's Dylan. Dude, he's playing this real nice low key game, and he's making the right moves. But he played Trinity when Trinity went home, so he went to Kai and asked Kai to block his vote, and then gave his vote back to Kai. Mad fucking weird. Why would you do that?
I did hear about that.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
That why wouldn't you just keep it? So also Kai has like fucking 3 banked votes right now.
That is
Yes,
something
yeah, I
I
noticed
don't
that
think
too.
I could be wrong too, but I don't think a single banked vote has been played.
No.
I don't think so, but she has. I know she had 2 from last night because she got double blocked by Stephanie.
Right.
Fierce.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, and maybe people who aren't as familiar with these social games, are calculating that into the next round. And that's where I'm absolutely giving you props, is you felt like one of the players who was in a minority of those who are thinking 2 rounds ahead
Yeah.
instead of just like their safety that round.
Yeah.
So props to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right. So what we also want to know is who is the biggest liar left in the game.
Oh, left in the game? Shit. Let me think. I'm trying to think here. So it could like biggest liar as in being like the fakest right now instead of what they
Or just who is lying.
Yeah,
the
who
most.
is lying? Maybe who's
So-
a good liar. You know.
So again, Dylan's lying for sure about something. I think Kai is also lying about how many bank votes that she had. Because like she told me to originally, and I clocked her at I think 3 or 4. And
That's fierce.
yeah. And then I said, "Isn't it 3?" And she goes, "Oh yeah, you're right. It is 3." And I was like, "All right." bet." So she's been playing like really low key. Courtney.
Yeah.
Maybe. You know what I mean? Courtney maybe.
Yeah, she's kind of like.
I think, I'm like kind of all over the place right now, but like Mackenzie and Stephanie and Louie, I think have a thing going, and I think Kai's a part of that as well.
Okay.
But I also think that Kai has a thing going with Dylan, Aaron, and Courtney too. I think
Love that.
Kai's situated in the middle, so it might be Kai that's
Like
like.
might be Kai.
Yeah.
Which actually is our next question. Who do you think is in the best position?
I think Kai.
Kai.
Yeah, Kai.
Yeah.
Fair
I
enough.
That
think
makes
Kai
sense.
for sure. Yeah, it's just the votes, dude. That's like 4 extra people,
Yeah.
basically.
Mm.
That's insane.
Especially at this point in the game, it's pivotal. Like
Yeah,
that could
yeah.
really get you far. Yeah.
And if she doesn't need them and she gets to the point where you have to use seeds to get into the finale,
Mhm.
like that is going to be a big bargaining opportunity for
Exactly.
her.
Yeah.
And I do know that, well, I don't know it for a fact, but that the fly trap is going to get bought in the next 2 rounds.
Oh, so that's the
that's
rumor
gonna happen.
circulating? People are saving up for
I
it?
started it.
Okay.
Work.
Then we love that.
But now that's like in the air. Because I want to, basically my whole pitch was like, yeah, you guys can get rid of me, that's fine. But then like, I told everyone what I think the final 6 will be. And then I said,
I heard that.
yeah, I was like, do you feel like you're in a good like spot in that final 6? I thought I would rattle him a little bit. You know what I mean? But yeah, Kai right now, best spot, has the extra votes. Anyone aligned with Kai is also in a good spot as long as they've like done right by Kai. That's the one thing that I tried to do was like I realized how many votes she was getting, so I was like, whatever you want me to do, I'm gonna do, and like that's cool.
Yeah.
Because like if she could have dumped all of them onto the vote for me.
Yeah,
But then what? It's like
but-
5-3.
Right. It would make sense.
Yeah.
And so, who do you think is gonna take the crown of Greenhouse season 7?
So, I think Kai. I hope Louis. I hope Louis is able to. I hope Louis was able to kind of just like see what was going on and like setting him up with a green thumb is huge, especially this late in the game. And I'm the only other person that's bought that, which is bananas to me. I think that's the best one, in my opinion. I think that's the best like power up thing that you can get. So good. That's so strong. So if he plays that right, he's gravy. He's gonna make it. He'll make it to the end, 100%. That's the tool that he can use to make it to the end. He just needs to know when to play it in the right way. So Kai, Louis, and then I'd love to say Ken's, but she's too good, dude.
Yeah.
People see that too.
They're clocking it.
Yeah, the people have started to clock that. People are clocking on the good players and who's doing good at challenges.
They're clocking that tea.
They are.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. They are. And that was this is another thing that's funny. Just
Yeah.
a side note. So I watched Louis and Mackenzie form their little alliance thing that they had going on, and then I was talking to Mackenzie up here, and she goes, "I know who the nightshade is," and I go, "Yeah, it's Cody, isn't it?" And she goes, "What? No." And I was like, "Yeah, it's Cody, and you found that out from Louis." And she goes, "Yeah, okay, yeah."
I was obsessed with the nightshade and how everyone thought it was you.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was you.
And in my head, I'm like, they are so nasty for attacking him right now. They are nasty for
Until they
whacking him.
really realized who it was, then they.
But even then, for a while, they're like, but still, how did Connor not touch the block when
Yeah.
4 people, 5 total, sat on the block that round?
Right.
So once again, props to you for the gameplay there.
Yeah, thank you.
And when we look at some bad gameplay, the people who lose, not necessarily bad game players, but they're on the jury. So who do you think is going to join us as juror number 4 next round?
Oh, next round.
Who do you think's following you?
I think Aaron or Courtney.
Ooh.
Okay, why?
So Erin can't get immunity at all
Right.
because she's not eligible for immunity. Erin is linked up with Courtney. You gotta split those two up. You gotta do it.
Okay.
I watched their faces when he bought that. When he bought Green Thumb. I watched them. I watched everybody's face. Everyone thought he was gonna do uproot, but he bought Green Thumb, and I watched
Same.
I watched everyone's face kind of go, what? And then they started to realize the implications of him having that, and I just started fucking beaming, dude.
Yeah.
I was beaming. I was like, I'm scheming till I'm out of the game. I don't care. You gotta say that my name is gone, and then I'll stop scheming.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Fair.
Fair enough.
Because I want to see him win. I really want to see Louis win. He's played a really good game, and he used me as a shield in the right way.
Yeah.
Like he played it real good, and then it just was unfortunate. It was 1v1.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's the one that should survive that 110%. He deserves to survive that, and he saved JP
Mm-hmm.
in the last vote. Like he swung that vote to make it so that JP stayed, and then JP nominating him in a no seed scenario to me was really fucked up. But then I was like, I mean, it is what it is.
He said, "I don't care what you did for me last night." That was last night. It's been 12 hours.
It's 12 hours.
12 hours ago. Whole new person.
Well, more like 8.
But he said who?
Alrighty, so for our final question, just to wrap things up here,
Yeah.
we want to know, maybe in one word, one sentence, whatever you want to do, how was your greenhouse experience overall? Can you please tell the fans at home?
Gas. This show's so fun. Gas is the one word I'm going to use to describe it. It's like this show is so fun, and the concept is so one of a kind and creative that I watched the rules video 9 times and thought that I was had a strategy coming into it, and then I got here and I realized what it was. Totally different.
Mm-hmm.
Totally different. It's everything good about these games, all kind of combined into one game. So if you have the opportunity to play, do that.
And we love to hear it. You are juror number 3. You will be one part of who chooses the winner at the end. That's a big responsibility.
Yes.
And thank you so much. You were incredible to watch.
Yeah, so
you
much
were
fun to watch.
Thank
a
you, guys.
highlight of the season. And we will see you all next with our juror number 4.
Ooh.
Bye.
Awesome.
Goodbye.